myself Dr. W.P. Gadode from Kamla Nehru Mahavidyalaya, Nagpur. Today we are discussing the chemical reactions of the alkene. As we know what is alkene, that is alkene is the unsaturated hydrocarbon and containing characteristic the carbon-carbon double bond. And as we know, alkene have two hydrogen atom less as compared to corresponding alkane. And these alkene are also known as the olefin compound because they form the oily product. And now, as we know, this carbon-carbon double bond present in the alkenes, this double bond, out of this, one is a sigma bond, strong sigma bond, and second is a weak pi bond. And these electrons, pi electrons, forms the electron cloud, and present or lie above and below the plane of the sigma bonded carbon. And because of that, these electrons or pi electrons attract the electrophile and repel the nucleophile. And therefore, mainly there are two types of reactions in case of alkene: addition reaction and substitution reaction. So here we are discussing what are the substitution reaction in alkene and what are the addition reactions of these alkene. Important reactions of alkene we are discussing in today's part. So today's topic is the alkene and cycloalkene, and this is the part number 2, and in this part we are discussing the important reactions of alkenes, and these are the here addition of halogens, hydrogenation, oxidation, epoxidation, ozonolysis, hydroxylation. These are the important chemical reactions of the alkenes. So as we know, in case of chemical reactions of alkene have the characteristic carbon-carbon double bond, out of which one bond is a strong sigma bond and second is a weak carbon-carbon pi bond. And as we know, the pi electron form an electron cloud which lies above and below the plane of the sigma bonded carbon atom. These pi electrons therefore more exposed and hence are less tightly held between the two carbon atoms. And these pi electrons attract the electrophile and repel the nucleophile. And in this case, alkene undergo generally the electrophilic reaction, and beside addition reaction, alkene also undergoes substitution reaction at the alkyl group. So in electrophilic substitution reaction, one sigma CH bond is broken and new sigma bond between one doubly bonded carbon atoms and electrophile is formed. And as we know, in electrophilic addition reaction, one weak pi bond is broken and two strong sigma bond are formed. The overall reaction is accompanied by the release of some amount of energy, or in other words we can say that electrophilic addition reactions are energetically more favorable as compared to electrophilic substitution reaction. Therefore, the typical reactions of alkene are electrophilic addition reaction and not electrophilic substitution reaction. And some alkene undergo some addition reactions, and first important reaction, addition reaction, is the addition of halogen. So this is the first reaction known as the addition of halogen, and in this case, halogen like chlorine, bromine readily adds and to form the alkene, and in this case they form different types of product as given in the reaction. So halogens such as chlorine, bromine readily add to the alkenes and form 1,2-dihaloalkanes. Here is shown. This is ethene and react with the bromine. Addition of bromine is taking place because double bond is there. In case of double bond, between these two carbon, two BRs are there, one here and one another here. So here see the reaction product. So one bromine added here on this carbon, second on this carbon. So the name of this company 1 and 2, two carbons are there. So 1 and 2 also 1 and 2 carbon contain Br. Therefore it is known as 1,2-dibromoethane. two carbons are there, ethane, 1,2-dibromoethane. So in this case we can say that now this is ethene. Now in case of propene also having double bond between these two carbon, so this 2 Cl get added to the carbon containing double bond. So here one Cl is here, another is here, so 1,2-dichloropropane. So ethene and propane undergo addition with the halogens. So addition of halogen taking place as shown here in the reactions. So simply they get added, and as we know, during the addition of bromine to the alkene, the orange red color of bromine is discharged because the dibromo compound formed is colorless. This reaction is therefore used as a test for unsaturation in organic compounds. So this is the bromine test we can also use. And as we know, fluorine react with alkene very rapidly, and it is very difficult to control in the laboratory. Iodine does not react with alkene at ordinary temperature. The order of reactivity of addition of halogen to the alkene is fluorine is highly reactive than chlorine, chlorine is greater than bromine, and bromine is greater than iodine. So these are the reactivity order of these halogens: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So this is the first reaction, addition of halogen. Second reaction is hydroboration. Now in case of hydroboration, as we know that when alkene added to the diborane in the presence of tetrahydrofuran as the solvent gives trialkyl borane. The addition of hydrogen and boron atoms to the double bond is known as the hydroboration. So what is hydroboration? Addition of hydrogen and boron. Therefore it is known as hydroboration. Hydrogen and boron is added. So addition of hydrogen and boron atom to the double bond is known as the hydroboration. And on treatment with the diborane, alkenes form alkyl borane. So in this case, which is further converted into di and trialkyl boranes. So reactions are shown here. Dialkyl, trialkyl boranes are formed, and here see the reaction now. This is propylene, 2 molecules. This is diborane, BS3 2 are there, so B2S6 diborane, and we get N-propyl borane. So this is the borane and this is the N-propyl, 2 molecules are there, N-propyl borane. And if you take here, this is the propyl, and if you take this compound N-propyl borane here, another propylene is added. What is now? We get di-N-propyl borane. So again now one hydrogen is reduced here, BH2 was there in place of H. Now this group is comes here, and what is we get N di दो है इसमें N propyl group, तो di N propyl borane. Another now we have taken this compound here, and now another propylene is added. What is then? We get tri N propyl borane. So in this way the addition can take place, and we obtain di-N propyl borane, tri-N propyl borane, and these alkyl borane readily oxidized by alkaline solution of hydrogen peroxide and forming the alcohol. So we get primary alcohol here. So this is the compound N propyl borane undergo the oxidation with H2O2 in presence of OH minus. So what is this? Is the CH2OH, primary alcohol we get. So we obtain the alcohol from the alkene. So alkene when react with the diborane, and we get finally the after oxidation we get the alcohol. So this is known as the hydroboration, addition of hydrogen and boron to the alkene. So this is second important reaction, hydroboration. And third important reaction is also there, which is very important. And third is the oxidation reaction of alkene. And as we know, in case of oxidation reaction of alkene are readily oxidized, forming different product depending upon the nature of oxidizing agent. Some of the important oxidation reactions of alkenes are hydroxylation, that is the epoxidation, ozonolysis, are some important reactions are there. So first here is a hydroxylation. in case of oxidation. First reaction, hydroxylation. And in this case, alkene on treatment with cold dilute aqueous. So first is the hydroxylation, and alkene on treatment with cold dilute aqueous alkaline solution of potassium permanganate are oxidized to give vicinal or 1,2-diol or 1,2-glycols. And KMnO4 is itself reduced to MnO2. So KMnO4 itself reduced into MnO2. This reaction is also known as hydroxylation, because during the reaction two hydroxyl group are added across the double bond, and therefore the reaction is known as hydroxylation. And hydroxy reaction is shown here. ये compound है ethylene, 2 molecules of KMnO4, water, 3 molecules of ethylene, strong oxidizing agent KMnO4. So alkene when reacted with the cold dilute aqueous alkaline solution of potassium permanganate, and we get now इसमें से 2 OH यहाँ पे आते हैं और डबल बॉन्ड निकल जाता है. तो यहाँ पे यहाँ पे एडिशन हो गया OH OH. This is the ethylene glycol, and KMnO4 is converted into MnO2, and KOH is the other product. So we obtain here ethylene glycol. So ethylene glycol here obtained, and here this is the hydroxylation. As we know, during this reaction the pink violet color of potassium permanganate solution is decolorized, and brown PPT of manganese dioxide is obtained. Therefore this reaction is used as a test for unsaturation under the name Bayer's test. As we know, Bayer's test we perform in the laboratory, and therefore this test can be we are using as a test for unsaturation under the name Bayer's test. So this is the Bayer test we can perform, and we this it decolorized color of the KMnO4, violet color of KMnO4 solution decolorized, and we get brown precipitate of MnO2, that is manganese dioxide. And so this is first reaction, and second is the oxidation with hot KMnO4 solution now. And in case of oxidation with hot KMnO4 solution, when alkaline is heated with the hot KMnO4 solution, then cleavage of carbon-carbon double bond occur, and forming the carboxylic acid, ketone, carbon dioxide, depending upon the nature of alkene. So in case of this, now there are 2 types of reaction. When alkene react with the hot KMnO4 solution, there is a breaking of carbon-carbon double bond occurs, and here 2 types of reactions we are here discussing. First reaction is with terminal alkene, with double bond present in a terminal position. So here with terminal alkene, one of the product is always methanoic acid, that is formic acid. So with terminal alkene, one of the product is always a methanoic acid, that is known as the formic acid, and therefore it further oxidize or undergo oxidation, which give the carbon dioxide and water. So these reactions are shown here, how the reactions are taking place. So ethylene undergo oxidation in KMnO4 here, alkaline KMnO4 at this temperature. We obtain SCOOH, so carboxylic acid we obtained, 2 molecule of SCOH, and this is the methanoic acid, only 1 carbon. So methane का methanoic acid, this is also known as the formic acid, and this formic acid further undergo oxidation and forming carbon dioxide and the water. So this is carbon dioxide and water, we get 2 molecule of CO2 and 2 molecule of water. So ethylene undergo oxidation with strong oxidizing agent. This oxidizing agent gives nascent oxygen, and we obtain SCOOH, 2 molecules of SCOH, and this formic acid further undergoes oxidation and give the CO2 and water. Similar type of reaction is taking place with the propene, also known as propylene, undergo the oxidation at this same temperature in presence of KMnO4, and we obtain, now in place of formic acid we are obtaining here acetic acid, ethanoic acid, and SCOH is the other product, formic acid. This undergo further oxidation and again we get CO2 and H2O. So ethanoic acid is the main product. So in all this case, this is the terminal alkene, and another example is 2-methylpropene, isobutylene, undergo oxidation and we get here ketone, see acetone, CSC, so here is one oxygen coming, CH2, CSC, CO is here, SCOH is the other product, and which again further undergo oxidation give CO2 and H2O. So from ethene we obtain formic acid, from propene we obtain acetic acid, from isobutylene we obtain propanone or acetone. So these are the reaction with terminal alkenes. Now what are the reaction when we carry out with the non-terminal alkene? So in case of with non-terminal alkene, reactions are shown here, and in this case we can say that with the non-terminal alkene, carboxylic acid or ketone or both these products are obtained. Again now it depends upon the nature of alkene. So it is important, and these are the non-terminal alkenes. तो इसमें देखो ये जो डबल बॉन्ड है ये टर्मिनल एक साइड में नहीं है, कोई भी इधर नहीं है इधर नहीं, बीच में है, इसमें भी देखो बीच में है, ये भी देखो बीच में, टर्मिनल, इट इज नॉट टर्मिनल कार्बन कार्बन डबल बॉन्ड. So these are the alkenes which are known as a non-terminal alkene. So in this case butene, 2-butene or but2-ene, 2-butene बोलते हैं इसको, 2-butene undergo oxidation in place of KMnO4KOH, similar temperature is here 373 to 383, and we obtain acetic acid, and this is the another molecule of acetic. Two molecules we obtain ethanoic acid, also known as acetic acid. And second pentene, 2-pentene now. This is 1, 2 pentene, 3, 4, 5. So 5 carbons are there, pentene, 2-pentene. Undergo oxidation and we get here propanoic acid or propanonic acid and ethanoic acid, that is acetic acid. Similarly also when 2,3-dimethylbutene to butene undergo oxidation, and we obtain these two molecules of acetone. What is two molecules of acetone? See here CSC, CO, CST, CST, CO, CST. So two molecules are there. So two oxygens are required. Here CST, CSC and CO. One oxygen comes here, another oxygen comes here. So we get two molecules of acetone in this case. So different reactions are there. Depending upon the nature of the alkene, we obtain alkene is terminal or alkene is a non-terminal alkene. So depending upon the nature of alkene, we obtain different product. And in this case, carboxylic acid, acetone, ketone are obtained as the main product. So this is the second oxidation reaction. Here the oxidation reaction. Now third one in case of oxidation is the oxidation with ozone. This is third oxidation reaction, and in this case of oxidation with the ozone, also known as ozonization. When ozone is passed through the solution of alkane, when passed through the solution of alkene in the inert solvent like chloroform or carbon tetrachloride at low temperature up to 200 Kelvin, it get added to the alkene and forms unstable intermediate which are known as monozonides, also known as the 1,2,3 trioxolanes. These intermediate are more stable, forms more stable ozonide, and therefore this reaction involve addition of ozone. This reaction involve the addition of ozone. Therefore these alkenes are also known as ozonization. How the reaction is known as ozonization, and this ozonization reaction is shown here. How it is taking place. So this is the reaction. This is ethylene and this is the ozone. Undergo, this is the solvent, and at a low temperature 196 to 200 Kelvin. we obtain this type of intermediate compound. This is unstable, CH2 then oxygen, here oxygen and oxygen, but this compound is unstable. It undergo rearrangement and we obtain the stable ethylene ozonide. So oxygens are here and 2 oxygens are here. So in this way, this is the ethylene ozonide is a stable compound. So this is the one reaction, and another reactions so there. In this case, as we know, ozonides are unstable and also explosive compound. They are isolated but are decomposed in situ to form carbonyl compound. And now in case in reductive cleavage, the ozonides are treated with reducing agent like zinc dust and water or hydrogen palladium to form aldehyde or ketones, or the mixture of both depending upon the structure of alkene. So here the structure is shown, that is reactions are here. This is ethene or ethylene, react with the ozone. This is the solvent. At low temperature we obtain this intermediate compound. This is the stable compound now, ethylene ozonide, also known as ethylene ozonide. This undergo reductive cleavage. So in presence of zinc water and there is a removal of zinc oxide, reductive cleavage, and we obtain this methanol, that is one carbon is there, methanol, formaldehyde. SCHO is the formaldehyde, 2 molecules of formaldehyde we get here, and in this way 2 molecules of formaldehyde are formed. And in case of second, now propene, also known as propylene, when reaction we undergo the reaction with ozone in presence of solvent at low temperature, we obtain this propene ozonide similar to this compound. Only the one methyl is there. Here is the CH2, and here in place of H, CH is there. So this is the propene ozonide. Again it undergo the reductive cleavage and there is a removal of zinc oxide and we obtain one. This is the compound which is known as ethanol, acetaldehyde, and another molecule formaldehyde. So these are the reactions with the reaction with ozone, and the reaction is known as ozonization. So these are the reactions, and also it is known that this two-step conversion or conversion of alkene into ozonide formed followed by the reductive cleavage give the carbonyl compound, and because of that the reaction is known as ozonolysis. Again I am repeating, these are the two-step reaction of formation of ozonide. First and then reductive cleavage give the carbonyl compound, and because of this is known as the ozonolysis. So this is third important reaction with ozone, ozonolysis or reaction with ozone. Fourth oxidation reaction is there with peracid, which is also known as epoxidation. So this is fourth oxidation with peracid. So in this case, alkene on treatment with peracid like perbenzoic acid or metachlorobenzoic acid or peroxy trifluoroacetic acid in inert solvent like chloroform or carbon tetrachloride give epoxide, also known as oxygen. Due to the formation of epoxide, the oxidation of alkene with peracid is commonly known as epoxidation. This reaction is known as epoxidation because formation of epoxide is taking place, and the oxidation of alkene with peracid is commonly known as epoxidation. So in this case epoxide are formed, and reaction of alkene, oxidation of alkene with the peracid is known as the epoxidation, and the reactions are shown here in the slide. So this is ethylene and this is perbenzoic acid. In presence of solvent carbon tetrachloride we obtain this ethylene epoxide. So here CH2 and O, here one more oxygen and benzoic acid get released, benzoic acid. So per benzoic acid formula is C6H5COOOH. So per acid one more oxygen is here, so this oxygen join here and we get ethylene epoxide and another benzoic acid. So this is the reaction which is carried out in the presence of solvent, and another 2-methyl-2-butene. 2 methyl, 2 butane. So 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, तो 2 मिथिल 2 ब्यूटीन. ये कार्बन नंबर 2 पे मिथिल है, कार्बन नंबर 2 से स्टार्ट होता है डबल बॉन्ड. So 2 methyl 2 butane undergo reaction with perbenzoic acid in presence of solvent. We obtain this type of epoxide, also known as oxirane. So in this case, one methyl is here, another methyl is here, 2 methyls are here, this carbon, and what is now here, this is the oxygen comes here, is similar to this, and here we obtain this 2,2,3 trimethyl oxirane and another benzoic acid. So one oxygen from this is joined here, and we obtain this type of compound. So this oxygen, carbon, oxygen here, and CH and CH3. So this is the compound we obtain 2,2,3 trimethyl oxirane. So epoxide or oxirane, they are known as also oxirane. So this is the important oxidation reactions of alkene. And today we have discussed the important chemical reactions of the alkene. Oxidation, in case of oxidation, for important reaction we have discussed, and initially we have seen addition of halogens, and also we have seen the hydrobolation reaction. Some more reactions are there, we will discuss in the next part. So in today's part we know what we have seen, what is the alkene and what are the important chemical reactions of alkene, and it reaction depend upon the nature of alkene. And also, as we have seen, mainly two types of reactions are undergo in case of alkene: addition reaction and electrophilic reaction, because the electron cloud of the pi electron cloud attract the electrophile and repel the nucleophile. So electrophilic substitution reaction and addition reactions are taking place in case of alkene. So these are the important reactions we have seen in today's part, and in the remaining some reactions, chemical reactions of alkene, we will discuss in the next part.